Hey, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sagar Prajapati, and in this video I will be covering my second part of SQL tutorial for beginner course. So if you are someone who do not know SQL and want to learn SQL, then please watch my first video and then come to this video. So this is the video which I have uploaded for the part 1, and I have covered all the basic things like what are the DDL commands in SQL, what is data type in SQL, then some basic clause and what is SQL, the basic syntax and all other stuff I have covered in this tutorial. So if you haven't watched this video till then, please watch this video first and then start watching this current video. So chalo, let's get started. Let me open my OneNote, and this is the syllabus which I have shown you in the previous video also, that we have covered till here. Okay, we have covered till aggregation function so far. Now today we will be covering execution plan, clauses, and or not in these clauses, then case when, then we will be seeing what are the set operators, and then we will be seeing our CTEs and the recursive CTEs. Okay, so what does it mean execution plan? So see, whenever we are running any query, you can see we have this query, right? Select star from student, order by marks decreasing. Okay, so when I run this query, it has some execution plan in the backend. Okay, in the SQL engine, it will create some plan, and you can see that I have used here from, select, order by, and some clauses I have used over here. So it has some plan by in which order this query is running behind the system. Okay, so what is we'll see. You can see the execution order of SQL Server query is from. First, first it will take the from, or we can say join also. If we have used join, then it will take join also. Then it will filter the base table. Okay, what are the table we have it. Then it will use the group by thing, then having. Okay, then select. At the last it will it will sort the data with the help of order by clause. So see, why it is written here from, because from, after from we write our table name, right? So it took the data, it took it took the data from this table. Then it is checking whether 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 something order, whether some other clauses are present or not. In our case, where group by having is not present, we have only select. Okay, we have only select. So what it will do, it will select the data. Okay, it will select the data, and once it is done, then it will do a order by based on decreasing or ascending, whatever it is. So this is the execution plan. It is very simple and very important. It is very simple and very important. Chalo, we'll give you one example of it. Let me see whether my connection is live or not. Okay, it is up. Let me run this again. Yep, it is running. Okay, now let me remove this. Now you can see over here is that we have ID and name. Now if I write here where, okay, if I write here where, then, and if I write here ID is equal to 2, so first it will filter. First it will select that select the table, or select the table. Then it will filter this ID to. Okay, it will filter this ID to. Then it will select all the things. Suppose I have it in, I have it in here ID, and I have it in here age. So it will take only these two, ID and age, and then it will do a order by based on marks in a decreasing order. Okay, so if I run this, then you can see we'll get the output having ID 2 only. Cool. Now we will go to our next topic, that is clauses. So in the last video also I have covered this where this important clauses like where, having, group by and order by, but in this video also I will cover in a deep. Now you can see a where clause in a SQL is a data manipulation language statement. Okay, where clause are not mandatory clauses of SQL DML commands, but it can be used to limit the number of rows. Okay, it's just simple thing, if we want to filter the data, then we will use where clause. Okay, we can use where clause in select, update and delete commands. Okay, this is the simple syntax I have already shown you. Then we have group by. So group by clause is used to group rows based on common values in one or more column. I have also told you about this, so let me show you again. Suppose we have this ID, name, age, and let me remove this. Let me remove this and let me open this and let me run this only and will show you from this example only. Okay, so first of all let me do select star. Okay, and let me only run this and just select it, copy with headers and paste it over here and make a table. Now you can see it looks good. Now I'm talking about right now I'm talking about where. So see, if I use here if I want to filter ID 2, then what I will do, I just click on it and I can use here some number 1, let's say 2, let's say 3 and so on. So I will use this. Now we'll have only these IDs. So the in the same way we use in our SQL statements. Okay, now we have group by. So what is group by? Group by means it will group based on the columns. Suppose I have written I suppose I use only ID in a group by, then what will happen is that it will group based on ID. Now we have only one ID, है ना? Now we have only one ID, so this will be a one group. Okay, this will be a second group, this will be a third group and so on. Suppose I have the same thing over here. Okay, now this one saga 26 this first will be a one group, will be in one group. Likewise second, suppose we have this duplicate values and okay, let me change the marks to 80. Now this John and John will be in one group. Okay, likewise we have this is the concept of group by. Suppose I want to group by on basis of two columns, ID and name, then also we will have these two, this this and this will be in one group and this will be in one group. But what if I use ID and age? If I use ID and age, then you can see 126 and 126 is in one group and 225 and 225 is in a one group. Now if I change this, then this will be in another group and this will be in another group. Okay, because here 2 and 24, it is like it is checking whether 2 and 24 is present in which row. So it checked here 2, but age is different, so it will not create under this same bucket. Okay, the having clause places the condition in the groups defined by the group by clause in the select statement. This SQL clause is implemented after the group by clause in the select statement. This clause is used in SQL because we cannot use the where clause with the SQL aggregator function. Both where and having clauses are used to filter the records in SQL queries. So this is the simple example, or we can say a simple state syntax. Okay, now this is some difference between having and where. So see, having, what is having here? Having is as similar to where clause. The basic difference is that having work with some aggregation function, but where cannot work with the aggregation function. And where we will filter at the starting of the rows, but having will be filter at the end. So see, if you have noticed this diagram also, you can see where come first and having first comes at the last. Okay, at the last. So after group by, after after aggregating the things, we can filter the data, but where will filter the data just I mean before just reading the data, I mean after reading the data. Okay, these are the basic difference I have written over here, like having clauses used in database system to fetch the data value from the group according to the given condition, and this is the where clause is used in database system to fetch the data values from the tables according to the given condition. See, it is used here groups, but it is used in a table. Okay, then having clause is always executed with the group by clause, but the where clause can be executed without the group by. Without the group by also we can use, and I have already shown you. Having clause can include SQL aggregate function in a SQL in a statement or query, or but we cannot use the SQL aggregation function with where clause in statements. We can use select statement with having clause for filtering the records, whereas we can easily use where clause with update, delete, and select statements. Likewise, you can see this. It is a post filter, and it is a pre filter. It is used to filter groups, but it is used to filter a single record of the table. And then we have order by. Order by clause is used to sort the rows in the result set based on one or more columns. Okay, now I will show you the example of having. See, we have this thing. You can see, like, this is the table. Now our requirement is, our requirement is to, so let me remove this thing. Now uh, our requirement is to neglect the rows, neglect the IDs, not IDs, neglect the names whose maximum marks, or not maximum, whose sum of marks is greater than 100. Then you can see we have this Sagar name, and this Sagar name is same, and here the marks is 160. The sum of this and this will be 160, right? And I am saying that we need to remove this Sagar row from the table. I do not want this thing in our output, so I need to remove. But I need to do a first sum, then only I can remove. I have to do a sum, and then only I can remove it. Sorry, we have this 3. Right? We have this 3, so the sum would be 240. So this row and these 2 rows will be removed. Okay, now then we will have only 2, 3, 7, 8 in our record. So how we can do? Let's see. First, I will do only select star from student, and I will show you the data. Now you can see we have this data. Now our problem statement was wherever the sum of marks are greater than 100, we need to remove those rows based on the names. So Here, see, I can write simple thing like, where I can write where, and where I can write marks. You might be thinking, okay, I can use this thing. Okay, you can use, see, where marks is not 80, greater than 100, right? As a beginner, this thing only will come. Now you can see we do not have any, like, there is no record such records which there the marks are greater than 100. Okay, cool. Hey, my I got an output, but this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. Also, what you can do, you can think of it. Okay, Sagar told that we can use group by over here, so I will use group by name. I can use group by name. So I will also use here. Sorry, where it gone? Huh. So you can also think ki Sagar told we can use here name, and here also I will use some function, because group by, from group by I can use sum, right? I can use a aggregation function. So I will use here marks and name, right? You might be thinking this is the solution, but this is also not the proper solution. So if I run this, you can see no records. Oh, what is this, yeah? Now, first of all, have to remove this where condition. Now we'll see what is the output. You can see we have some output. Now the total marks under Saga is 240. We have to remove this row, correct? Here we can use having sum of marks is greater than 100. So now it will remove this row. It will remove this entire row. Now see the magic. Okay, sorry. We have to remove, no? We have to remove that thing. Yeah. Now you can see we have all the data except the Sagas, which is having 240 marks. Okay, so this is the difference between where, group by, and having. Okay. Now you can see we have this thing present, and if I run this again, you can see we have a proper column name. Now the problem is this, that uh, the marks aren't in sorted order. I want to see which student is having the uh, having the greatest marks. Okay, so here I can write order by, and I can use, okay, make it total marks. I will use here total marks decreasing order. Now you can see 90 is the highest, and John, the name of the person is John. Likewise, then we have dummy and the marks is 80, then Alex goes 76. Okay, so I hope you have got this idea. If you didn't know this, then I hope you have got till now. Cool. What else we have? We go down. Then we have and, or, not. These all things we have it. We'll see one by one. Now, and operator is used to combine two or more conditions in a where clause. The AND operator returns only the rows that meet all the specified condition. Cool. Let's write this statement. Select star from student table, and let's run this. Cool. Now I am saying filter the rows based on name Sagar. Okay, simple thing, where name is equal to Sagar. Cool, run it. Now you can see I got 3 rows, but my concern or my output should be only 1 row. Okay, so what I will do, I will write one more condition where id is equal to 1. Okay, if I run this, then you will see we have only one record. Now you might be thinking why this program has run, because see, this condition should be true and this condition should be true. This condition is true and true becomes whole true. Okay, that's why it returns this single query. Let's say if I write here 8 which is not present, then we'll see whether will it work or not. Then you can see there is no records because this condition is true, but there is no condition. This condition become false, so 0 1 and 0 become 0 only, correct? Or you can say like true and false is false in binary system. Okay, what if I write here or, we can write or also. Let's see, now we have all the values over here. Okay, now you can think of we had this once I put here id is equal to 8 and all, then we have this fourth row also it came. So why it came, because this condition is true. Okay, first it will do this, it returns till this. Okay, then it checks, oh, here id is equal to 8 also, yes I have one record, so it returns this also. So if I put it here 1, then we'll see what is the output. Now you can see still we have 3 rows because this condition name Sagar having 3 rows. Okay, and this id 1 is equal to 1 row. Okay, now what I will do, I will write down here 10, so which is not the id present in our table. Let's see what will it see. Even though this condition is true, but this condition is not true, so true or false will be true only, right? That's why it returns this record. I hope you have understood this concept. They also shown the same thing. Then we have in. Okay, we have in. So you can see the in operator is used to filter the result set to include only rows that have a certain value in a column. Okay, no, and the operator is the opposite of not in, which is used to exclude the rows that have a certain value. Simple thing. Let's write this select star from table. And let's write where. Okay, now I am asking you to filter the data, filter the table based on id 1 2 3 and 5. I want only id 1 2 3 4 and 5. So what you can do, you can write like this, id in, you can make one list kind of thing, and here write 1 2 3 and 5. Okay, this is the simple thing, correct? Likewise, suppose you do not want the rows where id is 1 2 3 4 5, then you will use not in, the opposite of in. Then we have 6 7 8. Cool. Not in also we did exist. Okay, so the exist operator is used to test whether a subquery returns any rows or not. Okay, the exit operator returns a boolean value of true if the subquery return at least one row, otherwise false. Okay, this is the syntax. Select star from table where exist, and then we have to write this thing over here. Okay, select 1 from other table where this is. So what I will do to, okay, this exist, and I will write here select 1. If I run this, then you can see, okay, sorry, I have to use here where. Now if I run this, then you can see it is returning all the rows because this select 1 is true condition. Okay, what if I write here student where id is equal to 10, which is not present. Okay, which is not present. Let me run this now. Then you can see we have nothing in the result because this, this returns nothing. This returns nothing. If I show you also, if I run this command only, then you can see this returns nothing. Correct. So nothing means it become false, and false means select star from table where exists false. So it did not, I mean, that's why it did not return any of the records. Okay, I hope you have understood this concept. Now we will see what is between. So between means suppose I want to get the output based on age, where the age lies between 18 and 25. Let's say 26, 18 and 26. Then here I will use between clause. So I will write here where between age is greater than 18 and age less than is equal to 25. Okay, now if I run this, then we'll see whether will it work or not. Oh, it is showing an error between. Oh, sorry. So the syntax is where age between. Now I have to use here some numbers like this. My bad. Now, and this numbers 18 and 25 are the implicit. Okay, so you can see we have all the records where the age is greater than 25, but we did not have that 30 record. 30 age record we did not have here. See, we have one record where the id is 3 having age 30, but when I run this, then you can see there is no that record. So if I change the condition a bit, let's say 25 to 30, not 25 to 30, let me write here 26 and 30. Now if I run this, then you can see we have only two records, right? 1 and 3. Cool. This is the between clause. Now we have like. This is very important. So why do we use like? Why do we use like? When we need to extract matching kind of records. Okay. Now suppose we have this name, right? We have this name and it works. This like works with string data type only. String data types. Okay, now you can see like we have this name column, and now I want to return a query, I mean return rows where name start from s. Okay, character s. Then how can you think of it? One method is that we will use a substring functions, and I will take only first character, and then what I will do, I will filter it with s character. This could be the one approach, but we have another approach also. So the another approach is like using like operator. So we will write select star from student where name like now I know the name start from S. So see, write S, okay, capital letter and percentage. So after first character should be S, after that it can be anything. Okay, so if I run this, you can see we have this name. Now I want to return, I want to write a query which returns the name which doesn't start from S. So I will use here not like. Cool. Now if I run this query again, then now the question is I want to get the names or get the rows where the name contains let's say you contains M. Okay, so M not MG. So I will write here percent M, sorry, G. Okay. So what does it mean is that what does it mean is that see percent at the starting can be anything, at the starting can be anything, but in between G should be present. Okay, and let's say I want to write a query which which returns the name at the the last place, the last character of the name should be end with N. So if I write like this, see, at the starting can be anything, but at the end should end with N character. So we will have only one record, that is John. Okay, cool. Now you might be thinking this John, John, this name can be in the upper letter also or lower letter also. In that case, what we should do, we should always use a typecasting, not typecasting, we should first change this case whether it is a upper or lower. If we are using upper, then write here in upper letters like this. Okay, now the question is, now we have one more thing, now we have one more requirement, is that I need to return a query, return the name where we have this the name start from Jo. So also I can write like this, Jo and percent. Now see, now this is wrong. If I run this, this will not return. Okay, sorry, this is upper letter, right? Upper letter comes. Cool, cool. Actually, instead I should write here like this. This will also give me the correct result. Okay, so we have seen till now, we have seen till now like, between, exist, not in, and then we have seen, yeah, and on all. Cool. Now we have case and when. So case and when is nothing, is a switch case statement in C language or in Java. If you like, if you know this C, if you have learned C, C++, Java, then you might have used this case statement. So this is the same way. Not the case statement we should say. This is like the if else condition in SQL. So the syntax is simple: case, when, condition. So like if this condition, else this result, when condition, then result, else result. This is the simple thing. Then you can also see this: select product name, case when price is greater than 100, then we call it expensive. When price is greater than 50, we call it moderate, else we call it cheap. And as price much, and we give the alias to this to this column, and then from table name. Now you can see in SQL the case statements allows you to perform different action based on the different conditions. It can be used in select, update or delete statements, or in a set clause of update statement. Then we have case with aggregation also, like we can use this case statement with aggregation, where we need to just write, like we can use any of the aggregation function like sum, min, max, and so on. Case with update, we have this update statement, like update table name, set column 1, and then we can we can update this thing like this case when this is condition else, and so on. I will share you this PPT, or we can say this one note to in a PDF format, so that you will also go through this and get the good you can read you can read this document, because we do not have much time. If I read it all the PDFs, then it will take a long time, and this video will be longer. So I do not want that. Then we can use delete statement, delete also with case, like delete from table where column, case when condition then value 1, when condition then this, else value 3, like this. Delete from product table where price is equal to case when product type is greater than is equal to clothing, then 50, else 100. And then we have nested case, so inside a case inside a case. So like this case is written over here, then we have this case, okay, and then we have this case. Okay, cool. Now I will show you the practical. Cool. So copy this, paste it over here, and remove all these things. Let me run this again to show you the proper data. This is our data. Now what I want to do is that I want to you know I want to create one more column, which is a result column, and based on marks I will I need to show whether it is fail or pass. Then how we can do that? See, simple thing. We need to have all the columns. That's why I have written here star, and then I will write here case when marks is equal to, not see whether if the marks is greater than or equal to 90, then we can say it is passed. Okay, and when marks is less than is equal to 90, then it is let's say okay, let me first remove this, and if it is later than then else it is failed, like this. Okay, and have to use here and as to give the alias. So and as, let's say result, and I will use this, and now let me run this table. You can see this is the result, which says correct, only the marks where where it is 90 is showing pass, otherwise all the things are failed. But here you can see we have 3 marks, 80, 90, 76. So what I will do, I will create a case when Where the marks is equal to or greater than 90, then it is first division. If it is less than 80 and in between 70, in like greater than 80 and in between 90, then it will like second division. And if it is less than 80, then it will be third division. So let's say I will write first division. Okay, then I will use again when marks is greater than is equal to 80 and marks is less than is equal to, not less than equal to, less than 90. Then it is second, division. Okay, division, I guess this is the spelling division, I'm not sure, sorry. Okay, and then we have again when marks is greater than, okay, is if it is less than 80, then we can have third division. Okay, else failed. Suppose there is a null marks, then we can use here failed. Okay, now if I run this, here you can see we have this output. The marks is greater than 90 or equal to 90, then first division. Then we have all the second division. Here the marks is less than 80, that's why it is third division. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Cool. Then what else we have? We have set operators. This is very important topic. We have four kind of set operators. First one is, okay, first we will go through the definition of set operators. Set operators are used to combine the result of two or more select statements into a single result set. There are four set operators in SQL. First one is union, then union all, intersect, and except. The union operator combines the result of two select statements and returns only distinct row. Okay, so what does it mean? The union operator combines the result of two select statements and return only distinct. There is no duplicate. But union all combines the result of two select statements and return all rows including duplicates. So there is a minor difference, is that union will return only distinct rows and union all will not return any duplicate rows. Sorry, I missed it. Union will return only distinct rows. Okay, union all will return duplicates. Then the intersect, the intersect operator returns the rows that are common to both statements, and the except returns the rows that are in the first select statement but not in the second. Simple thing. Now we'll do a kind of practical. Okay, you can see we have from student. We'll run this. Now here what I want to do is that I want to insert some some rows. Let's say I want to insert some rows. Here we have till 8 ID, right? So I want to insert 9 ID. Not basically insert, I want to get a result where we'll have this 9th ID. Then what I can do, I can simply write this union. Okay, and I can write this select, let's say 1, name is let's say John. Cool. and age is what, 25. Age is 25 and marks is 90, right? So I can put 90 only. Cool. And if I run this, we'll see whether will it work or not. Hey, it is working. Oh, sorry, I put here 1. Let me put it 9. Now we'll run this. Now you can see we have 9 at the end. Okay. What if I remove this? We'll see will it work or not. It is not work. Now you can see all queries combined using a union, intersect or except operators must have an equal number of expression. So since I am using here star, it means it takes all the columns. Okay, we have four columns, right? And here we are passing only 3 columns. That's why it is failing. So in order to do that, what I can do, I can write here ID. We'll see whether will it work or not. Name, I believe it will not work. And age, it can be worked. See, it can be worked. Yeah, I was wrong. Now you can see we have this 9, John and age 25. Okay. And suppose I want to again want to write, I want to add one more thing. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna insert a duplicate kind of record, which is 2 John and 25. Let's say whether it will work or not. See, as per the definition, union will have only the distinct records. Okay, only the distinct records. Now if I use here all, it means keeping all things. See, keeping all. So if I run this, then you can have a duplicate record, which is 2 John 25 and this. Okay, cool. So we have seen union and union all. Now we will be seeing what is the intersect. So intersect is nothing but common thing between the two statements. So what I can do, I can copy this and paste it over here. Now what I want a common thing. So if I run this, then it will not return anything. Sorry. Oh, I have to use here intersect, right? Intersect. Now if I run this, then it will not return anything. See, blank. But what if I use here 2 John? So it will give me 2 John 25, because that is the common record present in between these two statements. Okay. Now what if I use here except? So except means the records which is present here but not present here. Okay. So actually it should give me 5 to 6 records. See, 6 records instead, apart from second 2 John 25 row, it returns all the things. Okay. And we can do also vice versa. That's not a problem. We can do like this. Now there is nothing, because see, the output is something like, uh, the records which is present here but not present here. Since this 2 John 25 is present in this table, that's why it did not return anything. Now you might have noticed that, uh, when I wrote, let me do undo. When I did this, then there we can see this ID name age column. Okay, but when I did this, okay, when I did this, then it gave me it gave me the wrong schema, we can say. Okay, why? Because here I did not define any schema. So in order to do that, I have to use here the same schema name. Let's say ID name, this is the name, not the same name, I can give anything like this name 1, and here I can give what say age 1, let's say something like that. And if I run this, then you will see we'll have this schema in the columns. Why? So the learning point is that whatever table we write at the starting in set operator, it will take the schema of that table. Okay. So we have used union, union all, and intersect. Cool. Then we have CTEs and recursive CTEs. This is also one of the very important topic nowadays. If you are working in in a very big company, in a very big project, then this CTE will help you a lot. So CTE means common table expression, is a named temporary result set that you can reference within a select, insert, update, and delete statement. It can be used to specify complex queries by breaking them up into the smaller and manageable pieces. Okay, so see, simple thing is that select can be, I mean, CT can be written with select, insert, update, and delete statements. Okay, and then we can have multiple CTs also. Okay, we can have a multiple CTs, and see, this CT is a temporary result. Okay, whenever we are running the running the query, it will have the temporary thing under the session. So whenever we are stopping our session or deleting our session, the memory will be released. That memory will be released from the database. Okay, so how we can use that, we'll see. So we have this table, select star from student. Cool. I want to write into a CTE. So what I can do, I can write with CTE as inside this bracket I have to write my select statement, and then after this CTE I have to use select star from this CTE. Now this result is pointing to this CTE. You can give any name like CTE Sagar. I can give. Sorry, let me copy this. Oh, it's not working. Let me write manually. Okay, now if I run this, thing, then you will see we have the same result. Now if you want to do any operation inside this CT, you can do like ID is equal to 2. So if I run this, so we will get only the ID 2 row. Okay, so you can do anything, like anything, okay, with this CT. Now likewise I can do, I can what I can say, I can write a multiple CTs. So like this, I put comma here, and then again CT, let's say John S, and then I can use here select star from student where ID is equal to we have 3 ID, right? 3. And since see we have this CT Sagar and this CT John, right? Now I am calling this CT Sagar only. I am not calling CT John. We'll see whether will it work or not. it is working fine because the value of this ID is equal to 3 is stored in CTE John. So if I run this, then we'll get the row where the ID is 3. Now since we have these two, since we have these two CTEs, okay, and the result of this select query is stored in this CTE. So what I can do, I can play with the CTEs, right? I can play with these CTEs. So what I can do, see, I can make a join. So see what I am doing. I am okay. Since I did not teach you this. I did not teach you this join concept. So what I can do, I can show you this union all thing. So I can use here union all. Select star from CTE Sagar. Now if I run this entire query, then you can see we'll have two rows. Okay. So this is the concept of CTs. You can you can create multiple CTs. So the the what we can say, the memory, the value of this CT remains in the memory till this execution only. Till this execution only. After that, if you are running this CT, fetching this CT, then it will throw an error. Okay, cool. Now what else we have? If you want to insert, then you can write like this: CT insert into table name, then select star from CT name. Okay, suppose you want to update, then make one CT and then update table, set column is equal to this, and then do the things. Same thing, right? This kind of same thing only. Delete, make we we filter out the data in one CT, and then we deleting from the table. Likewise, with this is the CT name as select product ID from product where quantity is 0. Then we are deleting from this table product only, from this CT out of where product IDs both are matching. Then we will delete all those records. Then V is the concept of recursive CTE. Recursive CTEs. We have the concept of recursive CTEs. What does it mean? See, recursive CT is a recursive common table expression is a CT that references itself within the select statement. It is used to process hierarchical data such as tree structure. See, here this is kind of recursion in programming language, and you know that in recursion we should give one breaking condition. Otherwise, this will be in a loop, infinite loop. Okay, cool. Now, how we can use this CTE? We'll see. Now you can see here one note is a recursive CTE must include a union. Okay, must include a union. Cool, we'll see. Okay. We write select star from our table name student. Now the the requirement is that we need to uh, we need to we need to add +1 in the ID, not +1, let's say +1 in the marks, where till ID 6, let's say. So the output would be 1 Saga 26 81, then 2 John 25 91, then this row having the marks is 77, and fifth row will be having the marks of 81, like this. How we can do? So there is one approach, then we can use this CTE. Let's see, I also do not know much of it. We'll see how we can get this result. There is one note that we should have a union. So I am writing here union. First we'll write the base condition where the loop will end. Okay, not loop. Select. I write select. What we can say, ID, not ID, like write like this, ID, name, comma age, comma marks. Okay, marks where ID is okay, top one from student. Okay, now here what I will do, I will write this CTE. I put a wrong example, I guess. No, I put a wrong. I took a wrong example. Okay, I'll give you a simple one. Write a SQL query to print numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, this is the statement. Then how we can write? So see, I will create one CTE with CT with name. Okay, and here I will write my condition. Let's say select 1 as number ID. Okay, number ID, and this I will do union, and I will write here select and number ID plus 1 where number ID is greater than 10. Not sure whether it is correct or not. Okay, we'll see. From CTE Sagar, and here I will write select star from CTE Sagar. We'll see whether it will work or not. Does not contain a top level union all operator. It give me only 1. Now why it gave me 1? This is the question. So it returns num ID 1, right? Num ID 1. Okay, do not let me run this. I put a wrong condition, no, where num ID is greater than 10. No. So let me give this condition. Now it is correct. See what is happening. First it will take select 1 as num ID. Okay. So the value of num ID is 1. since we are using union all, so it goes here, and since the value of num id is 1, it becomes 2. Num id is equal to 2, right? Num id become 2, and it is going this where clause and checking whether 2 is greater than, 2 is okay. What I can do is that I can remove this, and we'll see whether it will work or not. See, sometimes we forget the syntax. Now see, this is the correct one. Okay, so I was explaining you the logic is like, first it goes here, select one as num id, so now the num id value is 1. Cool. It is going union all, so it is, appending, we can say, combining these two, and now it is checking select, since I am using the CTE sagar. So first, in the first loop, the value of num id is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, and it is checking here this condition, 1 is less than 10 or not. So since this condition is false, this condition is 1 is less than 4. Yes, this condition is 2, right? This condition is 2. It goes here again, it goes here, and then since we have num id value became 2, right? So it printed here 2, likewise 3, 4, 5, 6 till 10. Okay, so this is the concept of recursive CTEs. Likewise, you can print even and odd number and so on. Yeah, so also what we can do, we can pass parameters in CTEs like this. Okay, we can also pass like this, and we can do our work. Then what we have? We have then joins, any, all, subquery, window function, views, and stored procedure. See, this view and stored procedure and subquery and any, all is a short topic, but this window function and joins are a very important topic. So maybe tomorrow or in some days I will be uploading. Uh, I will be uploading the concept of this joins, any, all, subquery, window function, view, and stored procedure tutorial. So at that time you can learn these topics. And please, I mean, if you're watching this video till the end, then please go and subscribe to my channel and do practice in your local system. Then only you can get a good hands-on this SQL. See, SQL is very easy. That is not a very difficult thing. But the main problem is, we as a beginner or as a person or as a developer, we do not do much practice on SQL. There are multiple concepts present in SQL, as well as there are multiple problem statements are present in SQL. We can solve multiple problem using SQL queries. So the concept is, and the concern is that you should practice a lot in SQL also. See, learning these concepts are very easy, but to solving the problem by writing SQL is the important thing. Okay, so focus on your SQL part, and then we will be seeing about Python, Scala, or other language also. So first focus this this SQL part. And like we have multiple options, like we have multiple topics like update and CT. Now what you can do, you just Google it, or if you get this PDF, then learn the syntax and do your updation with the help of CTs. Likewise you can do insert, likewise you can do delete. See, all things are kind of what we can say, it is a if you know syntax, then you can do anything. The main thing is, if your fundamental is clear, then you can easily write any SQL query. Okay, so chalo, and I hope you have got this what I meant to. And please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends if you like. And chalo tab tak ke liye bye bye. Thank you.